Yo, what's going on, my YouTubers, man? So today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be having a quick conversation with one of my guys, PC, just talking about life and everything going on during this COVID times and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. And yeah, man, yeah, hearing it. Jesus, my man, PC, well gone, fam.
What are you saying, Cray, man's good. It's been a minute. It's been a minute still. It's
Been
been a
a
minute.
minute, bro. It's been a whole minute, man. Let me put this on as well. So this is running. Yeah, it's been a whole minute, man. But what you been doing during this COVID times, man?
Fam, it's been a bit mad because I've still been working and all of that. So I've just been having to balance work, obviously working from home. But with that, everyone in the yard's working from home. So everyone's doing video calls, internet's getting shagged, and it's just a bit of a madness. So like, apart from that, I've been working out a lot more, just getting myself into a physical routine, been eating better. So it's been good for that sort of way that I've been like, all right, I can get rid of my habits. I can get rid of some of my nasty habits. So now I'm working out daily, eating fresh fruit, eating breakfast, number one.
Trust me, it's a breakfast, a proper breakfast thing now, bro.
This is it, bro. And more importantly, it's given me a nice time to sort of reflect with music. Like, so with it, one thing that I've been doing, I haven't been doing for ages, is practicing. Really practicing. Obviously, I play instruments and that, so I've been taking time out.
The big guy, you know, Mr. CRXYTV, you know, if I don't get twisted.
Not even, bro. Just so I've been practicing my instruments, been practicing guitar, been practicing bass, been practicing keys, and then along with that as well, just practicing mixing engineering skills. So like, just because there's a couple podcasts that been recorded, for example, Rhythm and Reasons Collective I'm part of, they've got a podcast out, so I was mixing that, and that was very different because obviously everyone's remote, so people are recording from this laptop, this got this in the background, so having to deal with all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's
someone screaming in the yard.
Exactly that.
Yeah,
another thing that sort of kept me busy was there was this like thing called the Lucy's Project. It was just like pretty much bare people from the UK got in, because we'll get into this later in it, but the UK's got many different type of scenes, but there's this one sort of like soulful sort of, I don't even know what you like to call it, but we sometimes refer to it as the dust, like that. So there was a track laying around on my hard drive, dashed that on, somebody jumped on, and then that's that. So it's compilation tape, check that out. That's on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, yeah, those places. But yeah, man, with music's been sort of keeping me busy, but it's also been mentally difficult as well, creating music.
Nah, man, for real, I hear that, man, because even on my side and stuff like that, it's staying motivated to, like, it's that kind of thing, like I was saying before on one of my sit downs. It's like, everyone's like, the 9 to 5 is always like, oh, I had more time, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that, I'll be doing that. But when it really comes down to it, it's like the ideas don't come as fast and as quick as they would come before, because it's just like, of course, you're not doing other stuff. Like between 9 and 5, you're really focused on your job. You're really focused on that. So when you like get into, when you come home and you want to do stuff, it's like you're giving yourself a couple hours, whatever hours, to just focus on those things. So your brain is working quicker and stuff like that. And plus, if someone's peed you off at work for the day, you're putting that into the bar. Do you know what I'm saying? You're doing that kind of stuff. You're strumming. You're just saying there's more emotion into it. But when you're waking up, you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do a bit of this and a bit of that. I'm at home working. Let me just sit back and relax. I don't have to go to this meeting. I have to go to that. It makes it a lot different. Do you know what I'm saying? So
no, yeah, but like, I think you've hit the nail on the head, and I think a lot of people forget that by sometimes having all of these other things going in your life acts as like fuel for the art that you can create. So with that, you're able to like channel some of your frustrations into this. But I think on top of that, it's difficult because everyone is treating this quarantine thing differently, because we're here because there's something mad going on in the world, isn't it? It's not like everyone's just on holiday. So that plays on some people's mental space and all of that. But I think it's also a great time for like anyone that does music to lock in and be like, yo, okay, what am I trying to do? like, what are the things that motivate me? And I think it's a great way to try and like install some discipline where it's like, you know what, I need to motivate myself when I'm least motivated. Because a problem that I suffer with is that I only tend to create when I'm inspired. And the problem with that is your output is just, it's just
declined.
down there.
Oh my
It's
days! And the thing is, that's another thing as well when it comes to like creating and stuff like that. Because you know, like me being an artist and stuff like that, and engineering and stuff like that. When you're engineering and stuff like that, everything starts becoming the same, and it sounds the same, and everything's the same. The way you start using the same compressors, the same. You start doing this the same. And you know what I'm saying? You got to the point where you don't even want to start putting out songs, and then you get artists that are putting out songs that, like me, bruv, like one track here, 2-3 months pass, okay, cool, another track, 2-3, and it's like,
the thing is, you've got things in the vault, isn't it? This is the thing. Like, obviously, I don't want to put the names of the track on blast on this thing, but Craig's got some dubs in the vault. Like, I'm telling you, this guy now, like, your growth is there. But I think with what you're saying as well, I think people forget that you need to live life as well, innit? That's one of the most important things. Sometimes to create music, it's just as important to have a balance and live life, innit? So it's like, yeah, why are you dropping and all of that? It's like, you know, I have feelings, you know, man's a human, you know? I might want to go take a walk outside, or if you really want to connect with my music, I've got to be living. Do you know what I mean?
How you're living,
this is it. I'm not just here to exist, innit? So I think it's definitely an interesting time for musicians and everyone of that cloth. So, you know.
But yeah, how's it going for you? Because of course you're not that kind of income of like, because you know you play, you play instruments, and you know you play here and there. Like, how's that going? Like, because of course you can't do, there's no shows going on like that.
Oh yeah, so like I've been talking to a lot of brethren. Like right now it's tough for a lot of my boys that run on gigs. Luckily for me, I've slowed down on gigs a long time ago. I only sort of do gigs for my brethren. Like that's where I'm at now. And like with a lot of them, it's been like a big adjustment period, because I've had friends that festivals were cancelled. They were looking to go to Berlin to do this gig, that gig. So tours off. And like right now it's big festival season. This is where most musicians are getting their bank. Like backing singers to, you know, sound engineers.
Trust me. Why I'm at everything.
This is it. Every man is pissed right now. So it's like right now it's difficult, and it's like what I've been saying to a lot of my guys that play or engineer. I'm like, learn some of these skills. If you haven't been able to learn to, if you don't know how to record, use this time to learn to record. Some of them that's got set up. So I'm like, bro, right now you should be charging people to lay bass on a track or keys on the track or backing vocals. You need to go out there and do that. So like it's affected everyone quite differently. There's a lot of people now that are doing things like online lessons, and this is going right from mixing to singing, music theory, across the block. That's
literally. I even signed up to Fiverr couple last week sometimes for like mixing and mastering, fam, because it's like I can't go to no studio and do them things. No one's calling me, oh yo fam, come here, come there. So I have to try and find another way, fam, other means.
Like, there's some studios that are still open, that they're still able to operate, because obviously the lucky thing about some studios as well is that you can still operate the social distancing thing. So like usually they're in some far warehouse or something like that, and you could just be like, all right, only one person comes, this is my space, I'm working it. So I know a couple man that are raking it in right now.
Because of course they're the only ones. That's another thing as well. That's open.
The man got the peas up. Listen,
right now, man, I'm living because of this little thing happening right now.
This is it, isn't it? Like, don't want to crash your blog or thing. First of all, I'm happy that you brought me on in it. I'm like, come on, because man watches the vlogs. I have fun. Like, obviously done the 10v10 coverage, which was quite interesting. We know that was
another video is coming real soon. Still,
that's what I want to see. But you know, I feel like right now, I think a lot of people need to understand that everyone's struggling, but musicians pay for the damn music, man. Sorry, I go in everyone I talk to, and everyone knows that I'll go to. I speak hard about this. Buy music, yeah, because right now you're at home. You may be furloughed. You may have been made redundant or whatever. there's a lot of these musicians that are in the exact same boat. Everyone thinks just by streaming on Spotify is gonna help them. They're getting pennies. They're getting pennies. Like,
people
I'm
saw the
telling
actual,
you, if you
like the actual, it's mad.
did you see,
mad.
bro? There was a breakdown that I think there's this artist, she's a great artist, a great producer as well, called Emma V.
Okay.
She posted up one picture. I can't remember who it was from, and they done a thing where there was like, oh, if I can't remember the statistic, and my maths are gonna be off, so nobody gun me for this in the comments.
Hey, someone in the comments is gonna gun you guys.
It's like if 2,000 people gave like donated just 20p, that works out to be like $5,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
and that's still more than how much a stream pays. So like, if you really enjoy someone's music or whatever, cop the single, cop the album, like a little 7.99, 99p or whatever here. It's minor because it goes so much further than a stream, innit? And right now, people need as much support, because imagine if we all done this quarantine without no music, no media, essentially, no videos, none of that. All of these content creators just went, nah, or none of these things exist. Like, pay the people their money, you know what I mean?
I agree, because the thing is, at first I used to be, oh, streaming's not too bad. It's only until I went into the streaming game, because I only got into streaming about, 3 years ago. And of course, I was not doing big numbers, but it's like, when you start seeing like the little bit of payment, you're thinking, that's not even near enough a penny, fam. Like, it's not even 50p. It's just thinking to yourself, so I put all this work in and blah, blah, and I can't even get that. So that's another people, when people see Spotify, like plays and all that kind of stuff, like 1 million, if you really look at the numbers, look at the money that you're receiving from it, and you're not getting the money one time. That's another thing that people need to understand. You don't get the stream money one time. Because right now, I think I'm backed up, I think the way how my guys get it, it's like 3 months behind.
Yeah, every
so
quarter,
if I get 100,000 now, I'm not getting that piece for now. I'm getting that 3, 4, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm getting, and they're not giving me all the money. It comes in little drips and drabs, fam. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. So
they really don't get it. And it's like, it's interesting. I think there needs to be more education to like the general public with how that model works. Like, it's perfect for these companies, but these people are like, oh yeah, they've got all of these numbers and all of that. But it's like, yet again, you don't know the production cost it took to actually create some of these records. Like, one of the things, like, going back to your original question, like, what have you been doing to survive or through this quarantine? Another thing is like passively helping other musicians. And one way of that is, like I've been saying, buying music. Bandcamp, big up to Bandcamp. I think they've done this twice already over this quarantine period, where there was like 100% of the revenue goes to the artist. And I've been using that opportunity to buy music. So there'll be people I know, they're making dope music, and I'm like, yo, bro, I buy this anyway. But just because of this Bandcamp thing, I'm copying this. Like, I forgot the guy's name. I can never pronounce it right. I think it's like Fur or something like that. He released one dope album. It's like lo-fi sort of chill hip hop vibes. He's a sick keys player. Bought his thing. Who else? King Kai. Penny for Your Thoughts is cold. I copped that. Made sure, like, it's just about making sure that, you know, other people are getting fed, and it's just showing that token of appreciation that goes a long way. Because you know, as an artist yourself, like, when someone gives you love, it's like, yo,
literally, man, you feel like, I don't know, it's hard to explain to a person that isn't, but it's like, imagine you've done this mad work, and just one person is like, yo, like, you ain't been getting no love, but one person's like, yo, that's really sick, man. It's so small. Just saying like thank you, or even just it just changes your whole world. It's like when I went on tour, bruv. Like, these people don't know me from nowhere, but people coming up to me saying, yo, like, I really like that song, blah blah, and just asking you questions about it. You feel on top of the world, like, bro, like, this music actually did something, like, it actually touched certain people, fam. So you get excited. It makes you want to create even more music and give people more stuff, and, do you know what I'm saying, be even more creative than you was before, man. So yeah, man, it's something that I feel like, as you're saying, like, consumers and all that kind of stuff need to understand. By just listening to it, it does help, but it's like paying for it, just, you know what I'm saying? That's why you see people get, was it 200,000 sold, and you just, like, back in the day, if you saw the numbers back in the day compared to now, it's like,
So
If you look at now,
it's a
yeah,
different
you see, oh
ballgame.
yeah, was it? I think Post Malone hit like, was it like a billion or what it is? But if that was all like streams, yeah, or something like that, but if that was all sales, Lord,
Yeah, exactly. It's a next thing. It's a next thing.
that's another one. Especially if all those streams that he's got, yeah, are half of the billion, yeah, is from Spotify. It's not that much.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Spotify
you
pay
know what I
like
mean? Like,
0.001.
I'll just put it like this: man, them can't even buy shopping off some of the stream P's. But now, if you're doing real good, like I'll put this in perspective. Like, I think 1 million streams from Spotify is like $5,000.
Oh, is it? Mad.
Yeah, I think it might be $5,000. Might be a bit less. Might be $2,000.
That's
It
better.
actually might be $2,000. Something like that.
Okay.
But for 1 million streams,
Mm.
for example, let's say that's a single. A single costs 99p. That's basic math, innit? Like that's £1 million right there. But man, them ain't buying, innit? They ain't buying, like.
But you know what as well? Like, I can understand, you know, if you're really young, you might not have the P's in it, because that's another thing. Some people say, oh yeah, but you know, I really love the artist. What can I do? Like, you don't have to pay. Like, in that sense, I understand it. But like, if you're working and stuff like that, you love someone's music and they help you through certain, because you know, there's always some type of music that reminds you of stuff or when you were younger. Like, for instance, the NS10 versus V10, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Some of them Vibe Cartel tunes, and even though they weren't
a throwback.
Even there was some throwbacks in there that reminded me, do you know what I'm saying, of when I was growing up. So it's like those kind of things, like even like that, or like, no, like when you're feeling a bit upset, so you think, you know what, let me listen to whatever, and it gets you, you know what I'm saying, better mood, fam. Those kind of people make music for, some people make music to help people's moods and all that kind of stuff.
Of course,
so it's like,
of course.
Why can't you just pay like the 99p or even the 50s, 59p?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because sometimes, because you know what I'm saying, as you said, goes a long way. Oh shit.
This is it.
But yeah, no, it goes a long way.
People the amount of money we spend on like silly little things on a regular, do you know what I mean? Like that's that to music. Like it's, and just another give thing, back a little something.
When was it? Yesterday, the day before, Spotify conked out. Like I don't know if it was just UK people, but everyone was cussing about Spotify. Now, if I didn't have any music, yeah, that I bought,
that is leng. That is leng. It's leng. It's leng. It's leng, bro.
This is another thing that people don't understand, because like, as they were saying as well, like people been saying, you know, conspiracy people and all that kind of stuff. But in general, humans we don't really own things anymore. Nah. Back in the day, vinyl was the thing, fam. Like, bruv, A, B side.
I got vinyl to this, fam. I got vinyl to this day, right on deck. Like, you know what I mean, man?
No joking. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, imagine, like, it's those kind of things. Like, I remember I used to, like, when I got my first 50-cent CD, I was too young to get it, but I still got it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that I opened up that case, yeah, and I took out the booklet, fam. I'm just going through the booklet and seeing the pictures and all that kind of stuff. It's like I've got those things to this day, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like these little things that we need to own. We need to own music, because when systems go down like Spotify, people are finished.
Trust me.
Do you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people cuss iTunes and Apple and all that kind of stuff, but you can still buy your music. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got music on my phone. I bought Dips and Lil Wu's thing on there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I've got those things, and because I know what that little bit of money does. You know what I'm saying, fam? It goes a long way.
Well, after I'm bare talking it, I want to hear some things from you, because I'm a blog watcher, innit? Man's a blog watcher, innit? I enjoy the content, innit? And obviously, as a blog watcher, I'm like, yo, what's going on with Crxy musically, though? What's going on? How have you? Let's honest. This is boy to boy now, because obviously we talk outside of this, innit? My dog, innit? So like, how have you been coping musically through this quarantine thing? Honest thing, innit?
Honest, you know what? For me, it's been hard, innit? Because I'm going through like people don't know, but you're gonna see my next single. I've been going through like a transition, innit? So it's not that I'd say it's a transition. I'm just trying something different, innit? To see what it does well and stuff like that. That's another thing as well. I want to start putting out more music to see what works and what doesn't really work and that kind of stuff. Even though majority of things usually work anyway. But I'm just doing those kind of things. So for me, it's kind of hard to like getting the sound that I actually want. But I have to just keep making music until the point of when it's already in my head, yeah, cool, this sounds all right. Another thing as well, I need to stop staying on the one song. I need to just keep, cool, the song's done, put it down, blah, 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 song done, put that down, and just keep pushing on, do you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, the first type of song that I make like that doesn't mean it's going to bang. And that's another thing that me as an artist, I've learned is like, stop putting so much, what's the word? So much, not love, but it's like so much emphasis on this one song. Because this one song doesn't mean it's going to get me at the ends. It doesn't, do you know what I'm saying? And of course, if this one song does get me at the ends, what's next? Is there another song that's going to match that level of tune? Do you know what I'm saying? Or am I going to be a one-hit wonder? Do you know what I'm saying?
It sounds cliche, but it's like, because I struggle with the same sort of thing. I'm like very perfectionist with things, but you can never reach that level of perfection because your level of perfection will be here, your ability will be here.
Yeah.
Your ability grows, and so does your view of perfection.
Yep.
So once you get stuck on that same track, it's there. But if you just keep having fun with what you're doing, and just like you said, experiment, keep chucking out and doing it. Because at the end of the day, you just want to build a good catalogue of music as well.
That's another thing
so
as well.
Like, you know, just
there's one thing, as you know, Lloyd Banks is like my rapper, all rapper.
Yeah.
And I remember he was saying one time in an interview, I think it was like 2000, like he really even talks. This man is so silent, fam. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he's got that silent thing on a lot.
But he said this. He said something. He was like, "There's like he checks out different rappers every now and then, up and coming rappers." And there was one rapper that he checked out, and he was really dope. And he's like, "Oh, let me find some more of his music." And he was looking, and he only found 2 other songs. Then there was another artist that he was like listening to, blah blah. I thought he was quite dope, and he said he wasn't as good as the guy that had the 3 songs, but he had a long catalogue of music. So he kept on listening to his stuff because there's more replay. Because he's listened to it. Yeah, he'd go to the other guy and listen to it, but he can't. There's so much replay value into 3 songs. If you got what I'm saying, like listening to it until you're like, okay, cool, that's a bit. So you're really looking for something else. Do you know what I'm saying? But this other guy had like mixtapes out, and he said some of the production wasn't even that great. But it's just because it just showed that he was more on it, kind of thing.
Of course.
But it works that he really focused on him. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think the guy even got signed like later down the line or something like that. But it's those kind of things, and that's the kind of, when you're making our music, and as you said, being perfectionist and all that kind of stuff, it's something that you got to just try and break out of. It's hard to, though. Every single song that I've made, whenever I like a couple months later listen to it, I'm like, oh damn, I should have done. Oh damn, I should have done. Oh that, and that's literally gonna be for whatever. I don't think Drake, Lil Wayne, I don't think any of them man make songs and put them out, and then later on they're like, oh yeah, that song. It's always something, the way how they pronounce something, the way how they, do you know what I'm saying? They think they could have said the things a bit better, could have phrased it, but do you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be.
But that's for the next song, you get me? I think that's the mentality to go. I think we get caught up with just the past. Obviously, we're not saying that there should always be like a certain level of quality control in it. Like,
of course,
boom, this is it, yeah. Facts. Once we've reached that level of quality control, we're like, all right, cool. And we get to a point, we always have to say to our mind, here's the cutoff point, innit? Like, because when you think about it, it's like, we're putting ourselves in an abusive relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're getting thumped up by the same song, and it's like, fam, there's a level of what you need to leave in it.
Yeah,
like,
trust, it's true, yeah.
Know?
No, it's true, because even that song "Loving Me," I had that from like the end of 2016.
Huh?
No, that song "Loving Me."
Yeah, and I heard the date you said, and I went, huh?
Yeah, bro, I had that song years.
Yeah, there's one song. I'm sorry, guys. You guys watching? There's one song this guy's got, in the vault. I'm telling you, it's a banger, yeah? This guy should have dropped this long ago. This would have mashed up last year Carnival after party. Bro. Guess what, man? Was holding it. Look, no Carnival this year, innit?
It's true. But it goes back to the whole thing. Why you can't hold music, son. That's for everyone that's watching. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold your music for too long because the song becomes stale. Because I've got songs there that I was like, this song is a banger.
Wait, I'm going to stop you there. It will become stale for you, innit? But remember, it's still new to everyone else. Yeah. So some of those tracks, as long as there's certain quality level, drop them out. Yeah, drop them out, because you've got a little catalogue of stuff that hasn't been dropped out. You can make a little EP, 3 tracks. That's those 3 tracks in your vault.
That's literally what I did with Free. That's literally those songs. That's like 3 years of music, fam, that I just had there. As I said, Loving Me, that was from before them. My bedroom jumped on the remix, and it's like that's literally old songs mixed into, and as you said, no one knew. Fam. I think Mind is the only song on there that was recent at the time. Missions, I had that from Time. What's the other one? Missions. What's the one that Wonder produced? I can't remember it now.
Shout out to Mr. Ones.
I can't remember.
Little
Yeah,
snake
shout out
bag.
to him doing his thing. But yeah, man, like mine was literally the latest one, and literally Loving Me was the same vocals. And I always said, Loving Me was one of the ones where I'm not into auto tune, man. Dead that. I'm never gonna. And I thought, let me just try a little thing. Sent it to my bedroom. They said, yo, this is cold. I didn't even send it to you, man. I don't think I sent that song to you, man, before. And then I
Wouldn't
thought,
be surprised you're snaking, but it's cool.
Then I said to myself, you know what? Let me just put it out and see what it does in it. And it done well, fam. And a lot of people love that song. People even asked me to put it up on Genius. I was like, nah, come on, bro. You're taking a mic now. Like, you can just learn it. But it's those kind of things, those small things, bro. It's just those small things. But music for me, over this little quarantine time, isolation, it's not too bad. It's just, once again, going back to the drawing board on engineering and all that kind of stuff, Jane staging. Before we jumped on, that's what I was doing. Just like learning, just going back to the basics and trying to get the basics super under wraps. So,
No, of course, I hear you. Like,
you know.
it's really great that we have this time to hone in on those skills, isn't it? Equally as important to rest as well, because you know, you can't make yourself feel too guilty for resting, but at the same time realize that we're in a unique situation where this sort of time that we have now is sort of a blessing. A lot of people have got to like take a step back, reevaluate life, and with that, some of us can use that time to level up in it, while others just may need to slow down in it.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. It's very true. Because telling you, man, like even like with like people doing jobs and stuff like that, losing their jobs and stuff. So stuff that you was gonna do X, Y, Z, you might as well just do it now. This is giving you, and it's giving. Remember, no one's working. Everyone's kind of at a standstill. So whatever you wanted to do that now, and cut and go into a new thing. That's how I've seen it anyway. So there's a lot of people that I've been speaking to, like, yeah, you know what? I wanted to do this, but you know what? I'm gonna go do it now because what have I got to lose, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I've got to lose now, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're all in this situation. No one can do anything. Going to buy things from the shop, there's a whole line. That's longer than, you know what I'm saying, like a mile down the road and stuff. So
I ain't even been shops, you know.
Seriously?
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, fam. I've been on this online thing. I've been getting fruit from this place called Trap Fruit London. Shout out to them. They give like they even had sugar apple. Like I got sugar apple, banana, mango, and the mango ripe as well. Pineapple, like they were doing bits. Like I found some place that delivers like fresh veg, and potatoes, all of that. So I was just getting that sent to my yard. One day I left my yard. I've left my yard twice, and that was to just go check up on studio. You know.
Oh yeah, you guys go check out his studio. Well, when things get back.
Yeah, so the Dust Studio, you know, when things get to normal, we're gonna find out a way to make this social distancing work, because obviously everyone's got to stay safe in it. This thing's real in it. Like this thing's really real in it. So once we find out a nice, safe way to like offer our services out, like hit us up. Obviously, we've got a new podcasting suite.
Come on.
You know, we've got new facilities coming. So
come on, this guy. I tell you, every time I speak to this guy, there's another level, and I'm just like, geez, this guy, bro. How this guy up here still? Like this guy just keeps moving. You know what I'm saying? Just the mentality.
It's life. It's life, innit? It's how you just got to move in it. It's like continuous improvement, innit? I might do something, and it may not be where I want it now, but the next iteration, I'll be closer in it. And it's that same approach with music, bro. Like with you, just keep building. Like you saying, you're trying out. There's some sounds that are coming out. Some people probably haven't heard you in that sort of style before. They're all parts of you, innit? So continuous iteration, throw them out, and let's see how they go.
Fam, I still need to hear your track still. I haven't even listened to the whole of Lucy still. I need to buy it, listen to it.
I'm gonna say, yeah, fam, take your time with it, innit? The music is there, innit?
I see this is another thing as well, like even going into like just people releasing music, yeah. What annoys me, yeah, is that when an album drops, greatest of all time, these crazy words start flying out, and it's like, bro, you listened to this thing what 4 times? Yeah. That's why, like, when albums come out, when I see the hype on Twitter and blah blah, fam, I take about a month, 2 months, then I'll go listen to it. And people are like, man, blah blah, and it's like, no, I'm just taking my time because you lot are all hyped up on it. You lot rinsed out the tunes. Let me go check the tunes out for myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So But Lloyd Banks, he's decided to drop some music, so you know.
Nah, I heard the
He
guy.
doesn't drop music. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been gunned for rating Lloyd Banks for years, fam. But it's like he don't talk.
No, Lloyd Banks. If people actually go back and listen to Lloyd Banks, he's got tons of mixtapes. So go and listen to him. He's a spitter. Like so many people are only on like these. Only look at when you think about Lloyd Banks, you go straight to but G-Unit 50 Cent. No. No.
Yeah.
Lloyd Banks is cold. Give that man his respect.
No, fam, for real.
Like, I don't know if you saw it, but he's a dope guy. Chris the Capo, he's got something on I forgot the radio station. Is it Prince? I can't remember, but he recently, a couple nights ago, done a everyone's doing the Instagram battles, isn't it?
Oh, okay, yeah.
They done G-Unit against Dipset. Yeah?
That the thing is, you know what? That is a hard one, you know. And you know me, I had G-Unit clothes, I had I had everything. That is hard, a lot of people, bruv, you know.
So yeah, even that, some of that, and just hearing some of the tunes, I'm like, oh yeah, Banks, bro.
But everyone slept on Banks because 50 was the frontman, and 50's the, you know, 50's the rapper. He's the everyone that everyone likes. Lloyd Banks is the guy like I'm cool, laid back, but I'll spit bars until your ears start to bleed. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent is more, because I don't really think 50 Cent's got bars, but I don't think he's the barer. He's not really. He's the artist that you can push.
Some people are gonna come for you on that one. That's what I'm saying, like, you know.
No, compared to Lloyd Banks, he's not a barer. Come on. The barring level for 50 and Banks is very different, man.
Let's go to another topic. I don't want to engage in this flame war that you're about to put up on the internet and that, but I'm just gonna leave it at this, innit? Like, Banks is a barer, innit? And I'm gonna leave that one there, innit? I don't want none part of your bacchanal, yeah? You
hey, bro, this video is gonna get flagged, fam. It's gonna get flagged as a scam.
They're gonna be like conspiracy theory, this video off straight away, fam. They're gonna be treating it like some David Icke thing.
Hey, trust me. Hey, nah, they get... Hey, that's not even started.
See, you're gonna get this video flagged if you go down this road, bro. You're gonna get this video flagged.
Bro, this video, this will never see the light of day, fam. If we go down that road right now, fam, there's too much going on in the world right now for normal videos, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? It's too much going on right now, man. But what's the plan for? No, I don't even know for the rest of the year, should I say? Anyway, we don't even know what's going on.
2020's cancelled, like. to be honest,
now,
like,
fam, right now, yeah, it would have been the all-white party in Ibiza. I would have been drunk off my nut right now. Wait, no, that's tomorrow. What's today? It's a pajama party, fam. I would have been at Ibiza soca, drinking rum, partying, getting on bad. Man's out here, fam.
That's pain, you know.
Fam, that's pain, fam.
So you're telling me I've got no soca blog content?
No,
this year,
fam. As I said, as you said, cancelled, fam. There's no. Can't lie, I've been said there's no soca videos. No.
But the positive side to that is what man's gonna get more music blogs, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's the positive.
All right. What's gonna hold you to it?
There can be more music. There can be a lot more music blogs, a lot more stuff that is gonna be going on, man. There's a lot more, and that's of course what I made my channel for mainly anyway. But the traveling also came with it.
No, but it's not. It's nice to get an insight on the other side. Obviously, yeah, I'm your boy, but I think part of it as well, from an artist standpoint, it's nice seeing different dynamics to you and getting like a different personality, because like there's certain sides of you I don't really see until I see on the blog. I'm like, oh wow, yeah.
That's another thing.
It's a nice balance, man.
Because a lot of people, some of the people that watch like my vlogs and stuff like that, they're like, "Bro, I didn't actually even know you did music like that. Like you were serious about music." And some of the music people like, "Bro, as you said, like, oh, bro, I didn't know you was into soca like that, bro. I didn't know your bedroom was racism, like did race car driving and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know this man. Oh, he's funny." You know what I'm saying? So it's showing what I'm around, and then when they listen to the music, they're like, "Okay, cool. So that's the reason why it sounds like this. This is what he's talking about." Do you know what I'm saying? Because of course, it's like I'm taking everyone on my journey of my normal life, and then bringing the music into it and blah blah. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. Like it makes sense. It's nice. It's refreshing, man. It's that because sometimes like let's talk about the NV 10 verse 10. Like, you know, man, watch that and I was like, no, what's Crxy said he's putting up a blog. I'm like, this is gonna be funny. Like, what's man's take on it and all of that? It's nice to see that. Do you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I wasn't even going to, you know, and I thought to myself, you know what, I ain't done that in like, I think it was like near enough a month then, and I don't like to leave people that invest their time into my stuff to be left out, kind of thing. So I said, you know what, let me just film this and see how it goes. And I didn't know how it was gonna go. I said live reaction kind of thing, and people saw it. You know what I'm saying? And that video is doing really well right now, really well right now. So very, very happy about that. Still very happy about that. Guys, we're gonna cut this right here, right now. Thank you guys for watching. What's shout out PC? Tell them your socials if you want to tell them your socials.
Yeah, socials.
I don't like to be tracked. The Dust Studios, if you need any.
Oh yeah, the Dust Studios on Instagram, theduststudios.co.uk. My personal Instagram is Seb Chedick. Cray will probably have this in the description anyway. I'm not even gonna bother spell it because does anyone even catch anything like that? That's one thing I've wondered. Like
I've always wondered that myself, bro.
But yeah, nah, Cray, man's gonna put my foot on your neck. I wanna see some more blog content. I'm expecting some music because you know there's some money burning in my pocket. I'm like, man needs to buy some music and that. Like, what's going on? So,
yeah, nah, definitely there'll be more music, man. I need to actually get on some production with you and Wonder. We all need to get on one of these or something.
We do
as well.
Let me, as I was saying to Wonder in it, let me level up in it. I don't even like producing.
Guy always,
I'm not on that level.
I think I've got videos of this guy, from uni times, of him playing.
No. Okay, so guys, thank you for CRXYTV blog. It's been amazing. It's been great. Unfortunately, there'll be no Soca Weekender content. So thanks for tuning in, guys. YouTube, it's been amazing.
This guy. But yeah, guys, I didn't want to talk about that, but it's all right. Don't worry. On the screen, there's going to be a little something there still. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, we're done. It's been great. It's been amazing. I'm out, man.